Okay, interesting article in the Tribune. Ben, we're going to start with you. We all were reading this. The political power players in the state of Utah. It's always fun to watch. Everyone, of course, goes there to see if their name's on there. Let's talk about a couple of those, right? Because we got a legislative session coming, huge issues that we're going to be tackling as a state. Talk about a couple of folks that you saw on that list. Let's talk about their impact.
Yeah, so my colleague Robert Gehrke took a look at kind of some of the familiar names, but a bit of change this year. I mean, Governor Herbert, of course, has a lot of power. He said he's not running again, which perhaps frees him to maybe be a little more bold in his final term. Senator Mike Lee, now our senior senator from the state of Utah, in a larger position than he was before. Lieutenant Governor Spencer Cox, who's widely perceived as gearing up for a gubernatorial run. He's advanced in the power rankings. And we also saw people like Gail Miller, who has funded a lot of campaigns, Ruth Watkins, president of the U. So a bit of shuffling in the ranks of power in the state.
Let's go ahead, Mike.
Well, and part of the shuffling comes about because of elections. We are losing. We've lost our past speaker, Greg Hughes, and Senator Niederhauser. They both retired from the legislature. We have Senator Stuart Adams, who's now obviously a power player as Senate president, and also Speaker Brad Wilson. They're both terrific people. I see great things happening for the state of Utah when you couple those two power players with their leadership team, with the lieutenant governor, with the governor, knowing their personalities and their desire to put Utah first. I think Utah's headed in the right direction.
I think it switches up quick because Utahns aren't, you know, we're not big, oh, you're in charge, you know, you're the power player, you're the number one guy. It changes quickly because that, you know, that changes depending on what's going on. Elections, is it, you know, it is an election year, what's been going on. I mean, Ruth Watkins was, you know, appointed university presidents throughout Utah have, you know, there are more women. I think it just depends on what's going on in current events.
What do you make of the fact that we had several people here who are sort of kind of just very influential politically, but financially also, people like Kim Gardner and Gail Miller and Scott Anderson. What do you make of those particular folks?
They'll always be on the list because they do, you know, they do play a part because, you know, it takes money to run campaigns and to get things done. And whether that's unfortunate or not, it just is.
So Mike, let's talk about how this works just for a second, because it's interesting. We talk power players. A couple of these are folks that every candidate makes the trip to see, right? So if you're going to run for office, you need the money like Michelle was talking about, the influence like Ben. You know, how powerful are these people? Are they really kingmakers?
Well, no one's a kingmaker. At the end of the day, it comes down to, are you a credible candidate with a credible message, and do you connect with the public? But boy, it sure helps if you have some resources to help you advance that way. But there are different ways of running different campaigns. A lot of them, and Ben was referencing earlier, Shireen Gorbani's campaign relied on a lot of grassroots support. Others, as you saw in the Ben and Mia race, brought in millions from the outside to do it. So a lot of it, you know, so in Utah, there's not one determinant. If you're not a quality candidate, generally in Utah, almost without exception, you don't get elected.
But as a former candidate, Michelle,
that was my problem. I didn't have the support of either of none of those three people. Maybe, you know.
So that's what I was so interested about. You can be a very quality candidate, as you are and were, but if those folks aren't behind you.
You know, and it's a little more than money. It's institutional knowledge. They've been around for so long, and you know, and also the doors that open for them.
But it also comes down to, and I'll look at Michelle's race in particular because I live in her neighborhood.
Did you vote?
It was, you bet I voted. It was a Democratic landslide in our area. There was really nothing that any Republican candidate could have done. In Salt Lake County this year, it was at least on the east side of the valley, a Democratic sweep. And yet in other areas, you know, Chris Stewart's going to win. He's a great congressman, and a lot of Republican conservative support from throughout the state. So a lot of it comes down to tides that you really can't control.
Okay, thank you for that. I put all three of you on the list also.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for being on the show.